It's called It's Scary Out There. My mother saw a man's suit coming down the hallway. She recognized it. It belonged to her stepdad. She had loved her stepdad. She ironed and cleaned that suit every day, and she hung it up every night. She loved him, and she loved his suit. She was scared as the suit was following her down the hallway. The suit literally was headless, no arms, feet, just a floating suit. She was scared. My mother had kind of antennae. She would pick up messages. Not always clear. Someone was going to have their arm broken, and so then she'd tell me and my brother we couldn't go out, and then the phone would ring, and we'd find out a cousin broke his arm, and then she'd let us out. It was all true. She told me the suit scared her, for it said nothing to her. There were no messages. What did it want? It appeared several times to her. She knew her stepdad was visiting. What did he want? She was scared. Once it followed her into the bedroom, and she got into bed and tried to pull the covers over her head. It was unclear what happened, but she found herself wrapped up in all the covers so tightly she couldn't move. It took her a long time to calm herself down, realize that she could unroll herself, and she freed herself. She said, I guess we should have had these talks earlier. I didn't realize you and your brother were having experiences. We acknowledged that I grew up in a house that had a dark force living there. When I told her I was scared to be left alone there, she said, I wish I'd known. She acknowledged the fear. It is calm in their new home. On walking into the room full of people, within a few minutes she would pull me aside and she would tell me who in the room was going to rip me off. I needed to stay away from those people. If she had time, she would put a little red ribbon on the inside of your shirt or your coat. It was to help ward off the bad energy. She would always say, be like a mirror. Be like a mirror. Reflect all the hate back to those who hate. Let the hate destroy itself. She had warned many family members about the things that might happen to her. My father didn't listen early on, and those people did rip him off. Later in the marriage, he learned to avoid them. She said, sometimes you just have to accept what's given, and you're always asking for more. I said to her, well, that's what you told me to do. And she said, well, did you have to listen to everything I said? There are many things we couldn't talk about. Once it was okay to share the experiences, though, she listened with intent. As I told her my experiences, she told me she had prayed to not have the experiences. They scared her. They can be scary. They can be confusing. Some question whether or not they're real. These days, I have a hard time believing what I'm told. What I hear scares me. And I don't know how much praying is going to do. But I'm willing to try anything for future generations. Thank you.